Hello, today we are going to repot one of my flowers, and you can see that it has gotten really too big for its container, and we're going to move it into a larger container. So while we're doing this, we're going to talk about plant parts and their functions. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take it out, and you can see the leaves, and you can also see the stems of the plant. And when I take it out of the container, you can see roots here. And my plant has gotten root bound. You can see the roots here. And remember that the roots take in water from the dirt, and they also help to stabilize the plant. And you can see that my plant is in need of attention. So we're going to take some of this off and loosen up the roots so that the roots are happier, and that way they can spread out in my new pot and grow better. So we're going to look at this. So we're going to use our potting soil because we know one of the life needs of plants is soil. And in this case, we're going to use a potting mix that was designed for potted plants. We're going to take our dirt. And before we do that, we are going to take some rocks. And we're going to put our rocks in so that our plant has proper drainage. And we know that green plants like this, they produce or they make their own food, and they do it through a process called photosynthesis. So we're going to add some dirt on top of our rocks, probably a little more than that. And photosynthesis lets plants trap energy from the sun, and they convert it into sugar. And it's not the sugar that we eat. Sugar that we eat comes from a plant called the sugar cane. So now we've got dirt in here, and when I set this in, you can see that the pot is going to allow my plant to have greater room for the roots to grow. And again, the roots take nutrients from the soil, and it helps to support the plant. And the food that the leaves made, it allows that to go to the other plant parts. And it also allows the water to reach the leaves. So we're going to add more dirt. Now, the plants use the chlorophyll, the nice green pigment that you see in the leaves. And they also use water. They use sunlight they take the energy from the sunlight. And they use that, and they use carbon dioxide from the air. And we give off carbon dioxide. When we breathe in air, we breathe it in to take in the oxygen. Plants, on the other hand, take in air, and they need that carbon dioxide. And the nice thing is they give off oxygen, which we need. So it's a great relationship. So we're going to add some more dirt. And you can see I've got my roots nicely covered. They are secure in there, and they're helping to support the plant and secure it in the dirt. We have broken a leaf off, so I'll set that aside. And we need a little more dirt. Now, again, a reminder that the plant uses the green chlorophyll. It uses energy from the sun. It uses water to produce food or sugar. Now that food or sugar, the plant uses it to grow new leaves. You can see new leaves here on the plant. And that the plant uses the energy that it made, the glucose, to grow those new leaves and to support all of the plant. Now animals cannot make their own food, so animals will come, and this is not one that an animal would eat, but if you were outside in a garden, the plants out there, animals can eat those plants, and animals also that don't eat plants eat other animals that do eat plants. So we definitely need plants around us. And houseplants, remember that they give off oxygen and they take in carbon dioxide. So having houseplants in your house makes it much healthier for us. And my plant looks much happier. Again, the stem here is helping to support the plant and carry nutrients to the leaves. The leaves are the main food producing part of the plant. So you can see our plant here, and I may need to put a stake here to help support right there. Now the nice thing is when you know about the parts of the plant, you can take what you know about one plant and you can apply it to another plant. So this plant looks pretty good. We may need to stake that part up just a little bit. But if you look at my aloe plant, you can see, if you could see below the dirt, they have roots, and the roots are helping to secure the plant and allow nutrients to go from the water to the leaves. And you're not seeing a stem on my aloe plant, but you do see the leaves, and the leaves here are helping the aloe plant to make sugar or glucose for the aloe plant. And if you have one of these in your kitchen, if you break it, you notice it has liquid inside, and that liquid that's inside you can put on burns or cuts, and that will actually help you as well. If you look at my other flowers that I have here, you can see that we have a fern, and you can see the leaves, and the leaves are helping the fern to make sugar or glucose for the entire fern. And my fern typically likes warm weather, so when it gets cold outside, if I bring it in and put it in a nice sunny location, it will continue to grow. And if you look at the plant here, this is a great example of how the stem helps to support the plant. You can see the leaves, and you can see how the plant is trying to grow towards the sunlight, and the roots down here are helping it to stay anchored in the pot and not fall out of the pot. Remember, the leaves are the primary food producing part of our plant. And having houseplants help us because plants give off oxygen during photosynthesis when they're converting the energy from the sun into food.